Oh, somebody's already here. Good. This is your monthly May 2025 reading. Oh, good. We have sound. This is your monthly May. I always check for the sound. At any rate, this is your monthly May reading. I'm going to pull 6 cards of my own with my own spread. The first card will represent lessons from the past that you will bring into the May, so that you can you'll be utilizing those lessons learned in May to help yourself. And then the second card I pull is the energy you're going to be sitting in, and then 4 predictive cards. We'll be using the Wizard of Oz Tarot, a brand new deck, for the primary pull, and then the Millennial Tarot as clarifiers. And then the Good Fortune Tarot will either clarify the clarifiers, or I will use them to determine advice or overall, depending on how the reading goes. Okay? Please like, share, and subscribe because it helps boost the channel, and it creates like an even exchange of energy. Hi, Lynn. Thank you for being here. You're so sweet with the hearts. I'm happy to see you today too, babe. I'm going to give you a bunch of hearts right here. Love, 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 love. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. I've been so busy that I've only been doing monthlies and like special stuff and private readings, so I apologize. But as soon as we start getting more subscribers, it's about the 10,000 subscriber mark, then I'll be able to do more readings. But so if you could help share, that would be amazing. Thank you, Lynn, for being here. You're going to love this deck, Lynn. So just like the film, the earthly Kansas farm parts of the movie are in black and white, and then when she goes to the land of Oz, it's in color. So the deck mimics the entire movie quite well, okay? What's coming up for Taurus in May 2025? What's coming for Tauruses 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 in May 2025? Boom. Now the first card is the energy, the lessons you've learned from the past that you're going to utilize in May. Ooh, and you have the 8 of Spears, which is the 8 of Swords. And here you can see Glenda, the Good Witch, is surrounded by the Wicked Witch of the East henchman, right? But she can get out because she's the Good Witch and she can just kind of disappear, right? So for some reason, she's staying within this circle, right? So you know from experience, and maybe you'll be utilizing this lesson in May, is that you have more control than you think you do sometimes, right? Or a lot of the times. The energy you're going to be sitting in is the Page of Cans, which is the Page of Cups, right? You're going to be, I want to say magnanimous, and see how this, I don't know what they're not Oompa Loompas because that's another film of the same time, of the same period. But you see them, this little people in the beginning of the film when she first gets to Oz, right? And they're singing and dancing and telling her how to get to the wizard so that she can get back to Kansas, right? So they carry a message. So the energy that you're going to be sitting in is that you might be delivering emotional messages to others in order to help them. Okay? And you're magnanimous. Now, the 4 predictive cards you have is you have Judgment. And here is when, right after Dorothy's house lands on the Wicked Witch, and Glenda is telling her what a great thing she's done, even though she didn't mean to do it, right? So there's a group that passes judgment onto you, and it's a good thing. You know, a group has a high opinion of you, or a Glenda the Good Witch type informs a group with you present, announces that you've done something that should be rewarded. Okay? The second predictive card you have is the 8 of Brooms in reverse. Now, this is the 8 of Wands in reverse, of course, right? Now, when you have 2 8s, and these are right underneath each other, that means unexpected developments or surprise developments in May for you, okay? I'm not loving the 8 of Wands in reverse. It either means delay or it could mean layoffs or firings, okay? But we'll have to clarify which one of those are that. It could be also a block to traveling. Now, the next card you have that's predictive is the King of Pentacles in reverse, which here is called the King of Bricks. Okay? Now, this is after the tornado and she's bumped her head, right? And she's just kind of coming out. Now, the King of Pentacles is usually someone you respect, who's nice, who you look up to, right? And you're there to bring him information, and maybe it's information that they don't like, but this is not a benevolent person when they're in the reverse. So that's not a good person to have in your sphere in any month. But at least it's not the Emperor in reverse like Aries had. And then you have the 2 of Cups in reverse, which is here, the 2 of Cans. And here is when she meets the frozen Tin Man, and then she finds the oil can and starts, oiling his joints so that he gets to move again. Now, see how there's kind of like this presence of this flying monkey just kind of watching, and it has the staff of Hermes here. She's providing, so-called medical attention. Anyway, you had it in reverse. Now, the 2 of Cups in reverse is friend-zoned or no forgiveness. Because it's under the Judgment card, the second chance card, I think it's you're redefining a relationship of some kind, whether it be a friendship or a love relationship, or because Judgment is a second chance. For instance, just as an example, I'm not getting this as a storyline. If someone comes back, or you go back to somebody in a love relationship and said, hey, let's give it a second chance, because it's in the upright, like, it's going to be very slow. Like, okay, well, we can go out as friends first, and if it develops in something, it's like that. So this is a friend zone. Okay. Because why would you give a second chance to someone you didn't forgive? So anyway, you have good judgment. You have surprise developments. Okay, that's important to note. You know from experience that, sometimes it's not good to self-isolate and stay in your head, right? But you have the King of Pentacles in reverse, so I'm going to clarify him first, okay? Could it be a she? Sure. But there is a male represented here. What's this King of Bricks or Pentacles in reverse mean for Tauruses in the month of May 2025? What is the King of Pentacles in reverse mean for Tauruses in May 2025? I mean, could this be you? Maybe. But I think since you're sitting in cup energy, I don't think it's you. Okay? What is the King of Pentacles in reverse mean for Tauruses in May 2025? The Ten of Swords, the Ten of Thoughts. It's in reverse though, so that's good. But in the upright, it's like can't even, right? It's quite, and this person has a cloud over their head, right? Like, nope. But in reverse, it means that you avoid a betrayal with the King of Pentacles, or it's past the betrayal. And then you have the Chariot, and it's called van life. Now remember, we have to clarify this because I want to know whether this is a delay in travel or not. With the Chariot in the upright, this is a halt. Okay? So you halt physical travel, or you won't travel to a King of Pentacles because you can't even, right? You're like over it. And then you have the Page of Thoughts, which is the Page of Swords. And you had it in the upright. Now, 2 pages as a tarot cluster mean trouble between friends. And it's called the Therapist. You might be trying to work through why someone tries to betray you. They're not successful. You halt it. They're not allowed to go forward. But you're going to wonder why this trouble. Okay? So let's find out what this is. Because this is not a great card to have in the reverse. Okay? Thank you for being here, you guys. So what does this 8 of Wands in reverse mean for Tauruses in the month of May 2025? What is this 8 of Wands in reverse mean for Tauruses in May 2025? You might be in the 8 of Swords energy because maybe you can pick up what's going on. So you're celebrated by a group, but there's one person either in the group or at home or whatever it is that's causing you problems. And maybe that's why the 2 of Cans or the 2 of Cups in reverse. Friend zoned, right? Now, when you're friend zoned, I mean that in the metaphorical sense, okay? You're friend zoned because someone doesn't want to elevate the relationship further than that. Now, to clarify, 8 of Brooms in reverse. You have the Hermit card. Remember how you said you might be self-isolating? Which is a really unusual interpretation of this card, right? Because we know that she can get out. And those are the lessons from the past. You are hermiting, right? And it's kind of interesting that with this van life, because van life, you're off the grid, right? And this is called off the grid. The 8 of Brooms in reverse in this sense means that you're wanting answers about a travel or work situation. And then you have the 6 of Thoughts. which is the Six of Swords. Eventually, a delay in movement, like physical movement, whether it's commute or a short-term trip or a short distance trip or whatever, will move forward. Okay, and you move from rough waters to smooth waters, and you get the answer ultimately. Okay. Now what's this Judgment card? Because it's kind of interesting. How are you liking the deck so far, Lynn? What's this Judgment card in the upright mean for Tauruses in May 2025? What is this Judgment card in the upright mean for Tauruses in May 2025? Oh, good. Glad you like it. Pyramid scheme, Four of Pentacles in reverse. Now it's in the upright, it's the Four of Swag, right? Pyramid scheme. You might be celebrated for exposing a corruption around money, or exposing or preventing a pyramid scheme or deception. Now the Four of Pentacles, the traditional meaning of it in the Rider-Waite, in the upright, is someone who's a miser. But no, you don't. You share the information and you expose something. So here you have the King of Swords in the upright, and it's the grown-ass man. Someone who's logical, rational, doesn't play games, you know. Now, Two Kings as a tarot cluster mean a business cooperative. So this might be a work or career or however way you make your income situation in May. You're celebrated by a group, and I don't know, maybe it's the King of Pentacles in reverse, not you, because remember, this is you're sitting in this energy, so you're very cuppy, you know. You expose someone and stop someone from being a King of Pentacles in reverse because you can't even. It would have been a betrayal. So you're like a hero in May, which is amazing. I love it. Now, I want to know what this is because I feel like it's kind of like separate subplot, friend zoned, right? Maybe you lose a friend because you expose them or something. Because remember, we got trouble between friends here, right? What is this Two of Cups in reverse mean for Tauruses in May 2025? What is this Two of Cups in reverse mean for Tauruses in May 2025? Ooh, it's the card we don't speak of. And it's the F-boy. Right? So yeah, a subplot is someone you're interested in is promiscuous, right? And they could be a Capricorn, Leo, or Scorpio. You might work with them. It's the Hierophant in reverse, or you might go to school with them. They might have a lot of Aquarius in their chart. But someone who's known to be rebellious, that's how you're going to know them. They walk to the beat of their own drum. They're rebellious. I don't think it's the same guy as the King of Pentacles in reverse, but because that's the card we don't speak of, the number 15 is a significator for Capricorn. The King of Pentacles could very well be a Capricorn. But anyway, you deliver the news. You deliver instructions. You're a hero in some kind of situation where you expose a corruption that would have hurt a group, and so you're celebrated by the group, which is amazing. Okay, so why don't we get the overall outcome? Hi, everybody. Welcome. What is the ultimate outcome for Tauruses in May 2025? What is the ultimate outcome for Tauruses in May 2025? What is the ultimate outcome for Tauruses in May 2025? That was a short shuffle. I usually like to shuffle like 8 times in between because then it's thoroughly, the deck is thoroughly shuffled according to card counters. Oh, yeah, ultimate outcome. Celebration might lead to, I want to say, more money, but for a trip. So maybe that's why the 8 of Wands in reverse. Right? There's a delay in travel, and then finally you get the go-ahead to do so. And maybe you're traveling to a family reunion or a wedding, a destination wedding, something like that. Anyway, you'll have the money to do it. So 10 of Pentacles is a very kind of happy card, right? It's an inheritance card. Anyway, it looks like a really good month for Tauruses, unlike Aries, but, you know, it can't all be lollipops and rainbows, you know what I mean? You have to have balance in your life, you know? So you have to take the good with the bad. You're having a good one, it looks like, okay? Well, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. And I'm going to stop the broadcast and then come back with Gemini in a few minutes, okay? Thank you, guys. Thank you, Lynn, for being here and everyone else. Bye-bye.